I know you've heard it 1,000 times or several thousand times before, but perception truly is reality. Hey everybody, it's Ed the Trainer, and I'll tell you exactly what I mean coming up next on this week's Tips on Tuesday. A couple of days back, I'm having a conversation with my youngest about some of the scars that I have on my left knee, and the stories I was telling about, old school soccer days and playing goalkeeper and how hard we trained and all of the stuff we went through to play at the levels we played back in the day, right? The stories, they were much grander probably than they were in reality back then, but the look in his eyes as far as how those scars came about and what I had to go through in order to rehab and get myself back on my feet, and the fact that I had another surgery and man, it was really, really heroic. And he bought in, right? But, it started me to think about the stories we tell ourselves about the situations we've been in our lives. And I'll share something with you, right? As heroic as the stories about the scars on my left knee are today, back in the day, they crushed me. They crushed me. I mean, the fact that I had to get knee surgery in the midst of a college soccer career that really sidelined any aspirations I had was something that took me years to get through. Right? It crushed me. But as the years went on and I realized that there were other aspects of life that were as rewarding, that I enjoyed as much, that I could fall in love with as much as I did playing soccer all of my life, I began to think, there's other things that I can enjoy. And I started to think about the strength gained through all of that pain and all of that suffering and the knee surgeries and what had been taken away from me that I had grown up with as my first love, in all honesty. And as I described those challenges to my son, and it became more and more a heroic story, I thought to myself, this is all of us in life as well, isn't it? The challenges, the struggles that we go through, guys, that scar can be a trophy if we allow it to be. That scar can represent all of the pain and all of the struggle and all of the anguish we lived through, that we grew tougher through, rather than a scar of shame and scars of resentment and scars of dreams unfulfilled. They can be a sign of persistence, a sign of toughness, a sign of the willingness to see it through, to see through the hard times and build on things that didn't quite go exactly the way we wanted it to go. And so let's stop and think this week, guys, about the scars that we're all dealing with, whether physical or not. The scars that we're all dealing with from our lives, that we might be able to switch the perspective. That if intentionally we choose to look at those challenges and those struggles as a badge of honor, as a heroic scar, that little change in perspective can make all the difference in our world. Right? What doesn't kill us makes us stronger. But it only makes us stronger if we're not dragging that baggage along every single day as a scar of shame. Guys, every day is a new beginning. Every day provides a new opportunity. And every day in the past that you've made it through is a signal of strength that you can accomplish whatever it is you set out to accomplish. But let's change that perspective. Let's be proud of what we've learned as we've struggled to make it through. Guys, thanks for joining me for a couple of minutes here today. I really, really appreciate your time. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.